Thursdays, didn't we?
Good morning, guys. It's 18th of November on Monday. We are Signal Centre. We're talking ball. Joe Neighbour, Steve O'Hare and Ian Coleman. How are we, gents?
All good,
Yeah,
Hugh?
all very well. Nice
Lovely
weekend.
stuff. Good. So let's just crack straight on with the numbers. Steve, we didn't manage to make any headway into Ian's gain, despite him being away for a couple of days.
I know, mate. I know. It's. I don't think this is really important anymore, to be honest.
So a small win on gold, and you stopped out on Aussie yen.
Yeah, I
mean, you're still up.
Yeah, still up with a 31% win rate
and a minus pip count. So that's again further evidence that you shouldn't rely on pips when you're talking about performance.
Yeah,
it's all about the risk reward. Overall, as a team, we're still up 7.39%. So hoping Ian can get those numbers up to date with a few bits.
I think we should all just have some more time off, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe we're allowed to manage them now. I mean, it seems like most of my trades have gone on side by a fair way and sort of been stopped by 9 o'clock. We've got no control over that, so maybe we start to manage it by doing a 12 o'clock.
On the Telegram update.
Well, or do it on another one of these. It just in midday. We'll see.
You're normally teeing off by 12 o'clock, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm normally finished by 10 past 12. Walk off the first hole in disgust. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I'll go first then today, and I'm looking at Euro Swiss. Hence my Swiss Alps background.
Oh, that's actually Canada, mate.
It's not. I checked it out, but
that's Lake Louise. I know it well.
Okay, so I'm looking at Euro Swiss, and I've got this channel here. This is a 4-hour chart. Last week we had a really sharp bounce from these lows down here, which I was actually buying at the time. But we've seen quite a reasonable correction up to, or close to the 50% mark of this swing move here. So I'm looking to sell today. Also based on the hourly chart, we had quite a decent turnaround candle, as you can see there. Outside candle on the hourly chart. So that for me was a cue to sell, thinking that this momentum is going to stall and that we're going to see a move back down to these lows here. In terms of price, let's just adjust that slightly. Looking to get short at 109.44, and I'm going to target and move down back to this support zone at 108.70, and a stop loss just above the highs there at 109.67.
Nice R.
So 3.45 R if that comes in.
I like that. I like that over the short term anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously only due to last for a day, so let's see how that works out. Hopefully you're selling euros as well, Ian.
I am.
Good stuff.
Do you want me to go next then?
Sure.
Jump in front of Steve before he tries to nick it.
I'm sitting at the bottom of the table, mate. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to surprise you all one day.
You're going to have a big old humdinger at some point, aren't you?
You throw enough shit at the wall, some of it sticks.
Again, I just think this is a temporary move to the downside. Euro yen. So quite an impulsive move. Hitting the fibs quite well. We've got a previous swing high here at 120.63 and then an overextension 120.71, 261.8% fib. The reason I like it as well is that DMARC has just posted a 13 count. So even though it's probably
on the hourly,
let's have a look. Euro yen. I've got it written down on my pad, and 9 count on the 4-hour, which highlights a correction. 11 count on the hourly, so scope for a mild rally, and then a 13 count on the 30 minutes.
Cool.
So they're all lining up really, and it's just, that's why I like DMARC, because when you do get a combination, it normally seem to work quite well. So I'm going to sell the market, which is 120.51. I'm going to put my stop 30 ticks at 120.81, and I'm going to target this level here, which is the previous swing low, at 119.87. So it's only about 2-to-1 risk reward, but I'll still take it.
Lovely. Okay.
Steve, what are you looking at?
You know what? I'm actually not sure what I'm looking at still, but I'll run through a couple of little things.
I reckon that might be a good sign today.
Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah, I mean, obviously, oil. I mean, we had a little chat this morning about your long-term bullish feeling on this. I'm in agreement. I still think we've got a bit of a correction lower on oil. Just formed
That's gold.
sorry, on gold. Just formed a head and shoulders on there on a 4-hour chart. It's broken lower. I'm not, but obviously, an hour ago I was looking to sell. I'm actually short of this around 1465. It's 1460 now, so it's halfway through to my target. So I'm not going to go with this because that's what I always do. But I'm going to go for oil, and we've got this area around 57.80, which continues to hold back the bulls. I think we're going to break higher, but we've just formed, or we are forming a shooting star type candle on the price at the moment. So I think we're going to have a small correction lower on the intraday chart. I'm looking to buy into this, but for my gun to the head trade challenge, I'm actually going to sell it. 57.68. I'm going to sell it at. Let's take that out of the way so it doesn't confuse anyone, especially me. I'm going to sell it at 57.68. Again, I'm going to have a tight stop because I don't really, I've got to go for it. I've got to sort of like catch you all up. So the stop level is going to be 25 pips and the target is going to be 75 pips. So that gives me a stop at 57.93, a target of 56.93, and that will come in around about where we're looking to set the longs on the intraday trade. So short on oil.
Nice.
Are you a long-term bull then on oil? I'm just thinking about dollar CAD.
You know what?
I've been looking at euro CAD and dollar CAD quite a lot the last couple of days.
Yeah, overall, I think I am. I think there's still so much going on in the world, and we've got Iran tension bubbling still. I'm sure that's going to have an impact, and it's quite sort of directly affected by the equity market, which is still, squeezing higher and higher.
Yeah,
it's a never-ending bull run, and again, I think that will carry on into the Christmas season, into the end of the year, when you get the valuations that everyone seems to squeeze towards. You've got obviously the trade war affecting equities. Again, that will affect oil. But you've got quite a mixed bag out there. But equities continue to still move higher.
Yeah, just been looking at the crosses a lot. Euro CAD. There's a really big level 146.34. So selling euro, buying CAD. So strengthening oil basically. And then dollar CAD looks like it's potentially topped out, but we haven't really got. I mean, the docket today's crap, isn't it? There's nothing out.
Yeah,
and
nothing.
Then RBA minutes tomorrow. I'm just looking to see if we've got any sort of Canadian or
you've got a housing this afternoon. Is it the housing number this afternoon?
Some housing number, but I don't think it's a high impact one.
I think, it may still have a little bit of influence because everyone's looking at the US figures. NAHB,
Association of House Builders.
I think that's sort of towards its highs. If that continues, then it's sort of like a little bit, obviously everyone's looking at these figures, thinking about interest rates, thinking about the Fed just needing an excuse to cut or whatever.
We've got some minutes out this week. The Fed released their minutes from the October meeting on Wednesday, so that'll give investors a bit of an insight into what they're thinking on interest rates. But I think they've been quite accommodating still. They're not really budging too much on what they have been saying in recent weeks. I don't think anybody's expecting anything out of the blue on that on Wednesday. There's a lot of retail data due out from companies reporting in the US.
Right.
And it's been quite a bright spot in the economy of late, and it rebounded quite a bit more than expected in October from a sluggish September. And of course, we got Black Friday at the end of the month as well, which typically is a nice boost for the retailers ahead of the Christmas period.
Yeah, I think it always seems like they get the sales done, but they're not making any money on it, surely.
No, it's just selling out.
Or the margins are so tight. I mean, it's like the Alibaba thing the other day, the Singles Day. I mean, huge sales on that day, and I'm sure the profits aren't there.
No.
So
So what
I
do you
don't
reckon?
know.
Slow starts the week and then picking up. Then we've got RBA minutes overnight Tuesday,
Got New
and then you
Zealand
got
PPI tonight as well.
and then you got API crude oil stocks late on Tuesday as well, isn't you?
Yeah, and you got Trump as well. The sort of impeachment inquiry seems to have sort of like people seem to be not so bothered about it now. So it's things like that.
Still, he managed to be able to weather these storms, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's incredible. But so I'm sure he'll talk about the trade war as well.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, you just got to brace yourself for it. That news can come out on that at any point, can't
Yeah.
it? So
I think that's impacting on the whole markets. We sort of seem to, you get run on something, and then all of a sudden there's a tweet which kills everything. You got the Hong Kong riots in the university over the weekend, so that's not good. So
I think China were talking about a rate cut
Yeah,
as well
that's
last
right.
week, which has helped, and obviously combined with the sort of positive rhetoric regarding the trade deal, although there was no significant breakthroughs anywhere, but it feels like they probably are going to do something at some stage. It's just a case of when. On the political front in the UK, we've got Boris Johnson and Jeremy Corbyn facing off on the first live televised debate, and that's due tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that'll be tomorrow evening. I don't know what impact that will have on sterling, if any at all.
I think it's just down to Boris. It's down to himself to trip himself up, probably, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I think
feels
so.
they're running away with it in the polls at the moment. There's got to be something that goes wrong.
I think
for
Labour
Boris.
could have probably done a bit more on their promises. That I think there is an opportunity there for them, but they've gone out with, oh, let's give everybody free broadband, which I'm not sure. It's
cost
particularly
millions.
Yeah. That could sort of like
poor
help
old
us out a
BT
little
and TalkTalk share price have both come off quite aggressively as a result,
bit. Yeah.
killing business.
I know it's sort of like but the whole thing as well is the referendum result. The Labour are really struggling to sort of get any votes from the Brexiters because they're sort of almost putting it into a place where they
haven't really got any sort of plan for it, have
no.
they?
I mean, even today, Jeremy Corbyn saying wouldn't answer the question. Does he want to be out of Europe or in Europe? And not that I suppose it doesn't really matter what he wants. He's saying the will of the people. But if you say the will of the people, they've already spoken. 2016, they've sort of had the vote. So just get on with it. You're boring me.
Yeah, absolutely. Brexit fatigue is what they're calling it, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, everyone's just getting bored of it now. Just wants it done.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, take anything. Take any deal.
Yeah,
I don't
any
care.
deal. Any deal's fine.
Rip our eyes out.
Talk about being boring.
Yeah, go on then.
I tell you what, a good thing to watch on Netflix is the new Crown. Have you seen series 1 and 2?
No.
Series 3 is just on now, and watched about 6 of those yesterday in a vegetated state. And but it's quite good from a history point of view. They're going on about Harold Wilson and obviously when he got in and what she did as a monarchy that was wrong. And I didn't actually realise that Lord Mountbatten actually tried to overthrow his government. He tried to do a coup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was really good yesterday.
Nice
anyway,
one.
Yeah.
He
He didn't succeed. The Queen pulled him back. Told him.
So have you watched all 3 series and you're just on the?
I think I watched 6 of them yesterday.
Wow, that's a marathon session.
Yeah, I did actually think it was time to go to bed, and the wife went, "No, it's 6:30."
Yeah, it's getting dark out there, isn't it?
Anyway, yeah.
Okay, well, let's wrap out there, gents, then, shall we? We've got a sell on Euro Swiss, we've got a sell in oil, and we've got a sell in Euro Yen. If you take any of those trades, good luck, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Yeah, enjoy, guys.
Cheers. Guys.
Cheers.